Hi everyone, my name is Vaishali Dialani, a senior customer experience strategist, and my focus is to integrate emotions in the world of technology.
Hi, my name is Akshay Sura. Been in the IT industry for a long time. Currently a composable architect, helping companies. Today's topic is all about AI in content generation, and you guys have seen that everyone and anyone talks about AI. There's countless amounts of dollars being spent on AI, but we're mainly going to be talking about how AI can be used in content creation and how does it help. The way we look at it is it's easy, right? But the thing is, use it in the right way to create your workflows, create your content. But there's never going to be, I think, at least according to me or us, I guess, there's never going to be a time where there's no human interaction. It's great that it generates content, but you don't want to use what it generates off the bat. It's basically to give you the idea, give you the process or the steps you need to follow. But there is always going to be human intervention. There's always going to be something that you would have to put in to add your own flavor, your own brand, masala, as Vaishali would call it, in order to make it yours and make it represent you as an organization. So that's what we're going to talk about. Now, how does this benefit a business? And the way we look at it is it helps you cut down the amount of hours you're spending on things. If you use the right AI tool, which knows all about your brand, knows all about your business, then you're not retraining it, re-explaining everything to it. Every content you generate has that inbuilt when it comes through. So it's about being more productive, being more streamlined, giving you access to things faster. You could use that time in other things that you can do. Again, just making sure that there is always human bits and pieces here and there to make sure the quality is right there. It represents your brand, but that's to set it up. So, Vaishali, in the marketer's world, how does this affect you?
Ooh, I think it's our secret little sauce in the mix. I think it's a perfect co pilot in terms of content strategy. It not only helps us kind of align exactly on what we're looking for, help standardize that brand tone and voice, and put everything together. Sometimes there's a lot of assumptions as marketers whether is this kind of assigned to the right tone, to the brand voice, to everything else that we want, the SEO keywords or any of that aspect. It kind of just puts everything together and mixes it up really really well to make sure, like, it's almost like telling you, you're right, just go ahead, you're doing it right. It helps personalize that kind of experience. It helps generate drafts and give you variety of options. At times there's only like a limited amount of creativity, after which if you write so much of content for across different industries, different projects, different websites, it helps draft and create more ideas, so your brain kind of runs more. I think it really helps speed up that creative process. But lastly, I would also like to focus on the efficiency aspect of things, creative efficiency and operational efficiency. The time you would spend researching, it does that job for you. So it reduces your research amount by almost more than 60%, because it just takes about a minute to be able to say, you know what, guide me here, do it like that for me, and then suggest what works better. And you can cross verify. Don't kind of fall for the thing that, oh, if AI does it, I have to be like absolutely reliant or it, but kind of be have your own due diligence, check the content, make sure that the percentage or the infographics they're sharing with you is not outdated, and make sure it helps you at every step of the way. And it all depends on how you build it up to, kind of what template are you putting. But I'm curious, what about your perspective from a technical side? Like, does it really help you in content aspect of things?
Yeah, so the way I look at it is nowadays any tool that the customer uses, they have an
Hmm.
AI to it, right? So there, I think it's pretty self-service, and people have, I- in terms of adoption, I don't know the last time when something was adopted this quickly, like social media, probably back in the early 2000s. But AI adoption amongst regular people has skyrocketed, right? Anyone uses it, even school kids use it.
Yeah.
So I think it's self-taught. Customers and marketers and editors are able to use it. Every tool that they use pretty much has a flavor of it, so they don't have to worry about that. They could use chat gpt if they like, or whatever that is. But doing that, helps them get more time to do other things. And I think from a technical perspective, all of these tools are API first, so we are able to integrate them in if they are not already integrated in. So that's kind of nice. But mainly, I think from a technical perspective, there is part of it, I think, by people being able to self-service themselves. They're probably not as dependent on a developer. They shouldn't be anyways in our world. But that even if from a developer perspective, code generation, I know it doesn't completely do your code for you,
Yeah.
but there's like the V0 from Vercel. There's the GitHub has co-pilots where it generates code for you, and it actually takes away a percentage of
Yeah.
coding from your hands. So it kind of helps you save a little bit of time, I feel. Um, and my takeaway, and I'll give you a chance to tell you. Okay, good. My takeaway is AI is all fine and dandy. It's all the hype in the world, but it doesn't solve all the problems. You still have to intervene. I think you need to intervene to make sure the messaging, if it's content generation that you're after, the messaging that you're putting out is representative of your brand. If it's code that you're after and it's code generating, don't just take its word for it. You have to still check it, tweak it to make it do what you need it to do. You still have to test it. It doesn't mean you forego all your checks and balances. That's my takeaway from it. What's yours, Vishal?
I think I love it and I absolutely agree with you. But I think my biggest takeaway, and I think more of an announcement that we recently heard about Sidecore Stream, I am super excited to kind of see how that all comes into play from a digital tool and a MarTech perspective. The integrated aspect of AI Gen into the Sidecore world and content creation and experience platform. It's going to be a fun mix to see what next year has in store for all of us in terms of almost revolutionizing the entire way people will now experience things, and the way content strategy will be also elevated. So very, very excited.
All right. Thanks again for joining us.
Bye.